Hey guys, we have today a very special guest, Irshad Ali, and he is a good friend of mine. He's in fact my personal trainer, and I've invested a lot of money into you, mate. But listen, thank you for taking out your time. He's going to tell you a bit about himself, but I really hope that out of this session and out of this moment, you'll be able to grasp some principles as well as an attitude never to give up. And thank you.
Thank you, Josh, for having me on your show interview.
It's up and close, man. That's what we call it.
Up and close.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll just make a name for it now, but up and close with Irshad Ali. Tell me about yourself.
For me, a lot of people that do follow me online,
Yeah.
I have many different parts of my life.
Yeah.
We sort of kind of wrap into one.
Yeah.
Most of the people actually know me as the bodybuilder guy.
Yeah.
But it's actually, bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But the specific thing is men's physique.
Yeah.
So as an athlete, apart from that, obviously, I have my own business,
Yeah.
which you're a client of.
Yeah.
Elite Health.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap. It's not for everybody, It's out of the targeted few. It's targeted at a few, and you're that few.
Well, I'm working with the brand, so I expect
So
results.
that's what it is. So, and I do that. I mean, that only started for me about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So, as an athlete, I started competing 8 years ago
Yeah.
in the actual fitness industry, whatever
Yeah.
it was. So I was very quiet at the first 5 or 6 years or something. I
Yeah.
didn't start a program straight away.
Yeah.
After I got to know a little bit more and I knew I was at a stage that I could do that,
Yeah.
that's when I started doing that. But for me, obviously, there's a business aspect to it as well.
Yeah.
The things that I enjoy doing, like digital marketing, all the online kind of things.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much me in a snapshot as a person.
Yeah, you're pretty full on. Life is really, I mean, you have a big picture, you're very motivated, and you're persistent. And I think one of the things I can learn from you is you never give up, you keep going, You don't let life hit you over the head. A lot of people may say, are you on steroids? And I have to ask that question. This is up and close.
Yeah.
What's your view and what do you say?
I think you already know the answer to
I
that.
know the answer, but what do you say to the people
Well,
that think
what
that
do
you're
I
on
say to
steroids?
them? Like, to be honest, I'll tell you, at the start, it used to really bother me a lot.
Yeah.
Like, when someone asked me, are you on steroids? I was like, no, I work so hard.
Yeah.
How can they ask me this question?
Yeah.
When the other dudes, they're clearly, by the way, I only weigh 76 kgs.
You only weigh 70.
I only weigh 76 kgs,
Wow,
right?
yeah.
So if you do the math and you do the metrics, I am not on that stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Plus, when you're on that stuff, you get acne. Look,
Right.
look at my skin.
Yeah, you definitely don't have acne.
You
I
know?
mean, yeah.
You get wrinkles on your face.
You can zoom up, guys, if you want later on.
You get wrinkles on your face as well. You lose hair.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I have
Yeah.
plenty of hair.
Yeah.
So all the signs of a person that's on steroids, I don't have any of that. I haven't aged. Don't even have grays yet.
Yeah.
Touch wood.
Yeah.
Don't have wrinkles. Don't have
Yeah,
acne.
it's good.
So all of that stuff just says I'm not on it.
They say that you have you were telling me the doctor says that you have a metabolism of a 21-year-old?
21-year-old. Yeah.
That's pretty good, man. Like, I
So-
mean, I wish I was like that. I'm going to get there one day.
You will get there. We will get you there.
Yeah.
But so I used to take offense to that at the start.
Yeah.
But then over time, I took it as a compliment then. It's like, it showed like I must be doing something right for people to be thinking that way.
Yeah.
When I know and all the signs show that I'm not on it.
Yeah.
So I started actually feeling sorry for the people that used to accuse me because I can see that they've been misled, misguided down a path that they didn't want to go down.
Yeah.
But they just didn't have the right information. So from not feeling so happy, not well towards them,
Yeah.
I started feeling sort of in a position that I was sort of, good enough to be recognized as being on it when I wasn't.
Yeah.
And I genuinely feel sorry for the people that are going down the wrong path and they
Yeah.
don't know that there's other ways to be
Yeah.
to be doing it.
It's really interesting. We could talk a lot more about fitness, but I really want to get down to the nitty and gritty. I want to understand the mechanics, the engine, the mindset that you have to produce the kind of work you do, the mindset that you go in the gym with, you go to work with. What's the number one secret in your thinking that never makes you stop?
So the first and foremost is that you gotta know what you want the end result to be.
Okay, number one, know
Number
the
one.
end results.
That you want,
Yeah.
or the desired result
Yeah.
you want, that you want to be or where you want to be at. And then you pretty much reverse engineer on what things you need to do.
Yeah,
So if you need to do A to get to B, simple.
yeah,
B2C, simple.
Yeah.
So that way you're not always on track. And if there's anything else that you're doing that's not leading to the next step,
Yeah.
you know you're gonna go off track. So at the end of the day, wherever you wanna be or whatever you want to do, how important is it to you?
Yeah.
And then just work backwards from it to work
Yeah.
towards it.
And you were mentioning, success has an opportunity cost, because if you want to go down a path, you have to let go of things that you may want to do.
Yeah.
Can you explain that a bit?
So in anything in life, where you want to be, what you want to achieve, whatever it is, the end product,
Yeah.
there are things that you can and can't do to get there.
Yeah.
You can't have it all.
And there's
still
only
have
one
it.
of you, right? So
Exactly.
obviously, yeah, it makes sense.
So you can't have it all
Yeah.
and still get what you want at the end. There's things that you need to remove from your day,
Yeah.
remove from your life actually.
Yeah.
There's sometimes that you have to let go of negative people in your life
Yeah.
to be able to get there. As much as you might feel attached to them, you just have to let them go so you can get to your goal.
Yeah.
So that's how you are able to get there in the end.
Absolutely. Do you?
So-
Yeah. Good.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
No,
I want to say, what are your views on success being a lonely road? Do you feel that sometimes you feel lonely because not everyone is there supporting you in that journey?
I don't think it's not that the people are not there supporting you.
Yeah.
I don't think people see how important your goals and dreams are to you.
Yeah.
Whereas you see it
Yeah.
and you feel you're alone in seeing that.
Right.
So people around you support you what you do, but it's just they don't see your vision as clearly as you do. So sometimes you might feel lonely,
Yeah.
but there are some people that mean well for you,
Yeah.
but don't understand how important it is to you and what is it that you actually want to accomplish.
Absolutely. Well, in saying that, what do you feel purpose is to you? What's your purpose?
My purpose, I feel, just like anybody else's that's a good person, is to make a positive impact
Yeah.
on people's lives
Yeah.
and to leave some sort of a positive legacy
Yeah.
that you have made something happen that helps someone else even after you not being here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I feel my overall purpose in a snapshot
Do you have a
is.
specific purpose?
Specific purpose in life? Man, if I knew the answer to that question, I think I'd already have clocked life. Specific purpose, but
It's interesting because everybody has different views on the specificity or the general purpose, right?
if I told you what my purpose in life today, right now is, it'd
Yeah.
be because in the situation and the resources and everything that's available to me right now.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
I feel as life goes on, the more accessibility you have to other things,
Yeah.
your purpose somehow changes.
Yeah, and it evolves, right? You become
Exactly.
your purpose. At the end of
Yeah.
the day, I like to say that a purpose is not just what you do, it's in fact who you become, and you evolve as a person. You're not going to be the same person you were last year or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Hopefully you should be changing, right?
Exactly. Positively.
Yeah, exactly. Now I want to kind of get back to the whole, fitness and gym and going to the, having the consistency. For me personally, it was very hard for me to get in the gym and I didn't see results. That's the first thing. I didn't see results. I kept working out, didn't see results.
Yeah.
But then there came a time where it was like a switch. Like all of a sudden, I got to it was a plateau, right?
Yeah.
I got to a point where I started to see results. How did you manage to stay so consistent?
And again, it's the end result that you want and the things that you need to get
Yeah.
to do to get there, right?
Yeah.
And the most
But in
positive
the
way
in the
possible.
gym, what are you thinking? What's in your brain?
So for me,
You don't want to work. You don't want to do the next rep. You don't want to do the next set. Well, what goes in your brain?
see, I always want to do the next rep. I
Yeah.
always want to do the next set. I
Yeah.
always want to do as much as I can do within
Yeah.
my physical limits,
Yeah.
naturally,
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
Because I knew what my end result
Right.
that I was wanting,
Yeah.
right? And how I stayed a course to that was
Yeah.
looking, reading, watching things, and connecting with other like-minded people that also have a similar goal. They might not be exactly the same as yours,
Yeah.
but somewhere along the path that you can unite with them
Yeah.
to keep yourself motivated and driven.
So let's conclude with this and say that if you're going to the gym and if you don't have a vision for what you want in the gym or with your body or physical outcome, then you're not going to succeed at all.
You're not going to succeed.
Say it like it is, right? You
Yeah.
won't succeed.
You will not succeed.
Even if your PT tells you what to do, you won't succeed if you don't believe the vision
Exactly.
that you want to see.
That you've
happen.
set yourself that this is where you want to be about this time, by this time. And then you don't know you won't know what to do. People just go to the gym or go do anything in life, matter of fact. It doesn't have to be the gym.
Yeah.
But they're just doing it for the sake of doing it. They don't really know what they're wanting out of it.
Wow.
That's why they go off the path. They don't remember why was it doing this.
Yeah, they go back to binge eating after a while, right?
Exactly.
It's because they lost purpose, they lose vision, they lose, where they want to be in the future and long term. I do believe, for me personally, gym has impacted me tremendously, like in all aspects of life. Just because, not just gym, but physical fitness in itself, right? People talk about mental health, and I don't think it's fair to just talk about mental health as itself. I think you should talk about it with physical health, because a lot of people, they may have issues, but then I would question, and I'm not trying to be over obtrusive, but I want to just say, maybe a lot of people are not fit physically, and that's why they feel certain tendencies in the mind. Would you have like a view on that?
So you think a person's not fit physically, that's why they limit themselves to go to the gym, to not work out, or to limit
No,
themselves?
what I'm saying is, like, maybe the other issues in our life pertain to the fact that we don't work out, we're not enjoying the sun, we're not walking, we're not actually breathing fresh air, we're always on our phone, we're in our room. Would you say?
So life happens to everybody,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like, as I said, when someone says something to you, there's two ways you can take it. You
Yeah.
can let it get to you, or you can let it go over you.
Yeah.
So at the start, when people used to ask me if I'm on steroids or whatever,
Yeah.
I used to let it get to me.
Yeah.
But there came time and a place at a level when I was at, it was just going over me. It was actually impacting me in a positive way than a negative way.
Yeah.
So what I would say to that is, it's all about mindset. Somebody can say one thing to you, you can take it multiple different ways. So it's
Absolutely.
ultimately within you how you absorb that information and what you want to do with it.
Absolutely.
If someone makes you feel sad or someone makes you feel bad,
Yeah.
it's not them that making you feel that way.
Yeah.
You're actually feeling that way because you're letting it.
Absolutely. I just found personally in my own life, during the first COVID, my mental health, I felt like it was going down, but that was because I was eating like crazy, like flip, I was like drinking like soft drinks like crazy, and I was just eating bag of chips, like, I'm sorry, I had to admit this to you, I was going hard. And
Well,
then
you went on the program.
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
so-
I was on the
Yeah.
I just felt like my life was deteriorating just physically, and then I had to I had to make a choice. Always have to make a choice, right?
I mean, the beautiful thing about living in New Zealand
Yeah.
is that we all have choices, and
Absolutely.
we have good choices to make with
Yeah.
that. We have an awesome environment, awesome country.
Yeah.
We're so privileged living in New Zealand with the resources we have available. So with the choices that you make, ultimately it falls on you. It's
Yeah.
like no one forces you to
Yeah.
pick that piece of food or whatever it is up and put it in your mouth. No one's tied you
Wow.
up. It's your choice to do that. Now, I know people might have like a mental barrier to get over, but ultimately it's within you to overcome anything.
True.
Like just the other day, I was watching this video about a guy that was overweight in the US,
Yeah.
like overweight.
Yeah.
He's written a book, there's a documentary about him and everything. He went on not only to join the military, but he became a Navy SEAL.
Wow.
And Navy SEAL, there's like 1% chance of you making it.
Wow.
He became one of the most elite warriors in the world from being obese guy. Depressed, out, down, he became a Navy SEAL.
Wow. Power of transformation and
Exactly.
the power of vision and decision, right? I want to talk about also one really important thing, maybe something that many people can relate to. A lot of us face obstacles and different types of obstacles. What's one obstacle, the worst obstacle in your life that you've had to overcome, and how did you overcome it?
So one of the most biggest obstacles probably would have had to been, when my parents split up.
Yeah.
So that was obviously tough because as a kid, you watch your cousins, your friends, your people. You see all these people growing up, and they have a nice family.
Yeah.
So I didn't really grow up having that in my life. So when that happened, I was pretty young, like 14, 13. So that was probably one of the biggest obstacles. Not only that we had to leave a certain place that we were living, not just in a suburb or a city.
Yeah.
We had to leave the whole country and move to another country. Fortunately, we did, and here I am in New Zealand today. So that probably would have to be the biggest obstacle. How I overcame that was I saw opportunities in the move once I got here.
Yeah.
You can't dwell too long on what's already happened because some of the things are just not in your control.
Yeah.
You have to take away and pick up what's the best of you, and then you move forward with that.
You're a single parent, like you've grown up in a single parent home, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, now a lot of people would use that as an excuse not to fulfill purpose, their giftings, their talent, and they be lazy. Mm-hmm. They get on drugs.
Yeah.
they drink, they get, they go on all types of different issues. Now, like, you didn't have a father figure to grow up with. Yet
pretty much,
you made a decision internally that I'm not going to allow anything outside of me to stop me from what I want to achieve on the inside.
Exactly.
Would you say that?
Yeah, exactly, 100%. Because from a very young age, if you can let a thing impact you negatively if you wanted to.
Yeah.
As much as it's bad for you, you just want to do it because some part of you wants to do it.
Yeah.
Whether it be drugs, alcohol,
100%.
cigarettes, smoking, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Again, no one forces you to do it. I could have gone and done that, but I chose not to because I knew at a young age that that's not going to get me a good life.
Wow.
If me as a 14-year-old could decide that,
yeah.
That's why I look at some of the grown-ups or whatever it is.
Yeah.
People have it far more easy, and they say they've had it tough.
Yeah.
So,
I think the pain, the crushing that you experienced in your early years developed the strength in you to overcome adversity in these later years. You see what I'm saying? In your 20s to 30s. I mean, I don't know how you conquered it, but you obviously had a very strong mindset. What I want the people to hear this, and you're not probably even ready for this question. What is the one thing you've never told the camera, or you've never told people, and they've never heard it? Is there anything? I'm putting you on the spot now. Is there anything that you haven't told people that you would want to tell people?
Is there anything that I haven't told people that I would want to tell people?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I talk about this openly.
Yeah.
A lot of it. I mean, I have an okay relationship with this person as well. I have nothing against them. It's about forgiveness, forgetting, moving on. Doesn't matter how bad. Because when you don't forgive somebody and you don't move on, you always hold on to baggage.
Yeah.
And that draws you down because there's no space for, having negative feelings and thoughts or something in your mind when it's not really needed.
100%.
And you don't let it get to you, impact you, which is like, my dad, nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
He was an alcoholic. Maybe that's one of the reasons I don't drink alcohol.
True.
I wish him well. I wish him all the best for whatever he does. I still connect with him. I still talk to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was one of the main reasons why, like, I've never said this on camera to anybody because it's a negative thing and I'm a positive guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a very rough upbringing because of him in terms of, and there's a reason why we came with my mom to New Zealand from Australia.
That's a really bold thing for you to say. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of humility. And I think a lot of people can relate with that. I think a lot of people will be touched with that. But thank you. Thank you for being with us today and just sharing your heart. I just want to end on one thing. If there's one thing that you would want to say, just one thing you want to be remembered for at the end of the day, what would that be?
One thing I would say to people that's watching this and to yourself is, doesn't matter how big or small is something that you want in life, like whether it be a dream, a goal, wherever you want to get to, whatever you want to achieve, as crazy or as small as it may seem, don't lose focus of that. But in the same time, a lot of people forget that you gotta also live in the now.
Wow.
When I say live in the now, I don't mean party every night and go out and do whatever you want to do. Don't think about tomorrow. Have that long vision, have that long goal, but don't be one of those people that, oh man, I'll only be happy when I get a Lamborghini. I'll only be happy when I get that house. Because looking at what you have now, you have far more than what other people, millions of people would wish that you would have.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of people chasing that big dream, chasing that big goal, chasing the private yacht, private jet, whatever it might be, always miss the now because they never get happy. Because when they get there, they're always unhappy because they always see what else they can have.
Wow. Well, man, those are some wise words. And I really thank you. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this session. And listen, there are more like this coming. So stay tuned.